field. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on a team from the Big 12, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anthony. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. On first down, here comes this offense. And he may get more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the Hog Mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
Looking to pass. It's Green. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Shakes off the tackle. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that. The Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry up. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Caught close to the marker. It's Jackson. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page playing together.
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Arkansas. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On the move, it's Maffa. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Fires to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can...
Fires fires into traffic. It's picked off. He was looking for running room, but they get him down at the 28, and now they are set up.
And what defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver, they get to chase him. A really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Steps away. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? God.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Armstrong. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I...
Touchdown, Razorbacks! What a grab and go for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Coming after it. They get to him as he throws. And the ball is intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
Makes it past the marker. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge, like they do a great job on the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Quarterback checking the play. Off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Jackson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Dropping back, it's Green. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a cheap-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They
got some room into the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arkansas! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Making its way under the field to start the drive. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Randall. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
In offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, well, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
The give out of the gun. Still running at the 40. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. He's looking to throw it. That's caught. It's Jackson. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball on the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And the Razorbacks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. and set on first down. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Now on second and short. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. On that play, if the running back doesn't see the hole where it's supposed to be, how important is it for him to at least try to stay on track a little bit?
Really important. Try to stay on track, get north-south, and that's fine if we only lose a yard or if we gain 2 yards, but let's not run backwards and now we start putting ourselves in a negative situation on the next down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now.
And he's got it in the end zone.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw, it's Green. Pressure coming. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. It's Armstrong. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. He'll come out throwing on first down. The sure hands, it's Sategna. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Feeling some heat. Complete downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. With the catch, it's Anthony. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll take another shot here. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive play right here, making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Razorbacks will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense getting set for first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Randall. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody. You see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get a tight end to stay in and maybe get a chip on this dude? Because I'm not feeling too comfortable right now back there knowing that we're trying to only block him.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, it's a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. They're going to throw it again. They're trying to get to it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And this this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on 1 time in that loss last week. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them.
And the pass is intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming. Now 2nd and 10. The play action fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Looking to the big tight end. Into the end zone for a touchdown. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. These guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw it to them, and they'll make big plays for them.
And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. Across the 45. Off he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Wake Forest rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Winston-Salem. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Getting deep in the third quarter here. Clock stopped with 1.5 minutes to go. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it. And now it's just going to be a passing game.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Dropping back, it's Green. Gonna take a shot. Going for the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback.
Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the pummeling has started. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
25 on the play. Good enough for a 1st down.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
Looking for room. It's Maffa. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that thing if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying play action. He's looking deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
How about that? This team is way up in this game, and they're still taking shots in the fourth quarter. There is no let-up.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Gets away from... But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up his offense nicely. First down here for the offense. On the ground, it's Maffa. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap. And he's thrown another interception. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Razorbacks! How about that D coming up with a play like that? They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Fair catch, called for and made. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, And this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down a lot.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Oh, picked off. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hit the afterburners, kid. Touchdown, Arkansas. And the route is on. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. FIU was able to cap off a close one inside Silva Stadium with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. They'll try to power their way ahead. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Getting some heat. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
No stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try.
He's taking the shot. Catch inside the 25. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And after this play, the cake will be baked. These corners backing off a bit. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.